Hey, Tom here. Welcome to my channel. Today is a second installment of some little hacks that you can use on the trail and maybe elsewhere. Today I'm going to show you how I use a pill bottle to hold strike anywhere matches, because I do take a mini Bic on the trail. I found that when I strike it and put it in close to the burner on my stove, sometimes I burn my finger. The matches give me a little bit longer reach. So they're strike anywhere. You can strike them on a rock or whatever, but I think it's handy to attach a little piece of sandpaper to the outside. I'm going to show you how I do that. Take a little bit of double-sided tape. I'll cut a chunk off of there. Square that up a little bit. And put it on the back side. See, that's what you don't want to do. Start to put it on and then take it off, and it just tears the paper. This is just some open grit 100 sandpaper. And then I'll cut the paper out with my shop scissors. Trim it up a little bit there. Peel off the backing and put it on the outside of the bottle. And when it's time to strike a match, just do that. You're good to go. Simple, effective. On the trail, of course, often we need to do our business. And I've found that these little packets of tissue are very handy and work really well. Now, I have not checked these out as far as how biodegradable they are compared to toilet paper, but this is handy, easy to pack, and because it's wrapped in plastic, it stays dry and doesn't get beat up so much in your backpack. So to get some cream in my coffee, I tried using just plain old carnation dry milk, and there's no fat in this. It's actually instant non-fat dry milk, and it really didn't give me the kind of texture and flavor that I was looking for. Then I found this butter powder, and it does contain some fat, about 4 grams in a tablespoon. So what I do is put a couple tablespoons of this and a teaspoon of this together, mix it up thoroughly, and store it in one of these. This will have enough milk and butter mixture to take care of a couple of big mugs of coffee. And I do like a big mug of coffee in the morning on the trail, especially if it's chilly. You can use this in a lot of other things. I put both of these in my oatmeal. Give it a little bit more calorie content. This is 40 calories per tablespoon, and it also enhances the flavor a little bit, I think. This is the only brand I've tried. This is Anthony's Premium Butter Powder. Reasonable price. You get a whole pound in this bag, so keep using it for different meals that I put together for the trail. If you have an old tent, you need to refurbish it because the waterproofing has failed, or if you have a new tent and the seams aren't sealed and it's coated with urethane, not silicone nylon, here's a product that'll do the job for you. I've used this TechSport polyurethane waterproofing seam sealer spray and brought 3 old tents back to life by cleaning them properly and then using this to spray a light coat on the rainfly and the floor and the seams. But if you buy a tent or you have an older tent and the seam seal has failed on it, after you've cleaned it up, take a piece of cardboard like this, cut a slit in it about 1/2 inch long, and then take this and lay it on close to the seam and then spray with this 1 or 2 passes, get that seam covered, move to the next location, do it again. You can do that and seal the seams really quickly. This stuff works great. It stays flexible. You'll need to let it sit for 24 hours before you pack it up. Otherwise it'll still be a little tacky and it might stick to itself, but that's not a problem really. So I recommend this product. Buy it online, of course. It's not that expensive, and it's a 14-ounce can. Works really well. You can use this for other things. For example, to waterproof your backpack. You could spray this on the inside of the cover, or the brain, if you will, and it will seal it up nicely and keep the water out. Doesn't add a lot of weight. Give it a try. In my previous first and only trail hack video, I showed you how to make a double-sided cap that you could use to transfer water from a large bottle to a small one, or from a flexible bladder, assuming it has the standard threads, like a smart water bottle. Here's another riff on that thought. Take two caps from toothpaste, one from a large one and one from a small one, and you can screw that onto your little travel size. Put the large one on the other side, squeeze it in and refill. Now, I don't particularly like throwing these things away, and they don't hold much, but I can refill them and use them multiple times. Actually, you only need to buy one to refill and one to get a cap from it, because you're going to take that cap off and put it on here, and there's a hole in the center so that the toothpaste can flow through. And also, you get to use the kind of toothpaste you want. These little tubes only come in 2 or 3 different varieties, and frankly, I don't care for them very much. That's easy, cheap, and you'll be able to carry what you want in a very small size. It's also good for regular travel. If you're going to get on an airplane, why would you want to carry a great big tube of toothpaste? Another handy thing to use are these personal mini sprayers. That's what it's called. Ideal for airport carry-on. This is a Sprayco brand. Anyway, probably a couple of ounces. Rather than carry a great big, heavy, bulky spray of mosquito repellent, I put mine in one of these. It's got a little cap on the top. It's hard to get off, and you know, it's just a simple sprayer. Works great. That way you're not carrying more weight or bulk than you need, and you can refill it with whatever kind you want. Buy a bulky mosquito repellent, permethrin, or I don't know what. Put it in here, you're good to go. The final hack for today is using some fine wood shavings from my woodworking projects and a votive. I took this out. I'm not sure if I can get this one out. Yeah, there it comes. I took this out and melted some wax into the bottom, put a few pinches of this in, make it about 1/8 of an inch thick, put some more wax on top, put more of the sawdust mixture on top, until I had one of these. It's a little cake of wax and sawdust. Now, I've never tried this. You're going to see it here first. But this may be a really cheap and useful fire starter. So if you're out on the trail in a place where you can have a campfire, 1 or 2 of these might be the way to go. So I'm going to go to the back where it's a little safer and try to light this up and see how it works. Join me in a minute. So I've moved out here on the stone steps with my little sawdust and wax puck and my strike anywhere matches. Let's see if this will light. I'm not sure if it will. We'll find out. It's a little breezy. not flaming yet. You know what? I'm going to have to call this a fail. Seemed like such a good idea. Not going to work. They don't always. So, there you go.